Jose Segura, your CSEA president. Welcome to another episode of Fireside Chat with the President. So great to see you all. Thank you so much for coming out and joining me. I really appreciate it. Now, before we get going on our agenda, I wanted just to start off with an apology. I know I've been sending out a lot of emails lately. We had our contest for free tickets to the CSEA dinner. We have the PD for me's. We have the Fireside Chats. And there's just been a lot of emails. I know they've been coming kind of fast and furious. So I want to apologize for that. But come the end of May, that's all pretty much going to stop. Now, depends on what happens with negotiations, right? We have our next negotiation session on the 19th of May. If we don't wrap everything up on that date, your negotiating team may work into the summer. And if that happens, we will continue to communicate with you throughout that time period to make sure that everybody's up to date on what is happening. So again, my apologies for all the communications and all the emails, but bear with me. This will soon run its course and you'll have a nice, smooth, hopefully summer without any interference from me. All right, let's get started. Now, I want to take out my handy notebook. It's got my agenda for this particular fireside chat, so let's get started. Frontline and what it means. I get questions a lot about Frontline, so what we did a while back was we created kind of a little cheat sheet so that you knew what each of the individual options were in Frontline, what they meant, what they refer to. So what I'd like you to do is go back to the email this video was attached to, go ahead and click on the link there. It'll take you to that summary of what each of the different options within Frontline mean to you, so that when you go into Frontline and you select an absence, you're using the correct leave that links directly to the reason why you need to be away from the job on that particular date. So a little Frontline cheat sheet for all of you. Bookmark it, keep it handy. It's a great little tool for all of our members. 3.25 hours at your per diem rate. So we talked about this a little while back, but I want to bring this up again because we are getting closer to summer. Just a reminder that we have contract language now that allows for you all to earn 3.25 hours at your per diem rate. So whatever your individual contract rate is for coming in sometime during the couple of weeks before the school year starts in order to prepare to begin your school year. You want to coordinate this with your site administrator, so now's a good time to start having those conversations with your site administrator about when they will be available. Again, it's usually within those first couple of weeks before the actual school year starts. Your only obligation is to notify your administrator that you're coming in. Once you're there, you sign in so that there's a record that you were there. That 3.25 hour or 3 hours and 15 minutes is up to you how you spend it. So you don't have to come in at 8 o'clock and work till 11:15. That it depends on you. If you want to come in at 1 and work for 3.25 hours straight, good for you. So again, contact your site administrator, find out when they're going to be available. This option is available to all of our members. You don't have to come in, you don't have to use it, but it's there for you to use to help you prepare for your school year, and it is paid at your per diem rate or your individual hourly rate based on where you are on the contract schedule. CSEA Appreciation Week. We all got our handy little notebooks, and it's just a nice little way for us as your executive board to show our appreciation for all of our wonderful members across the district. Now it's time for us to show our appreciation for our CSEA brothers and sisters. So CSEA Appreciation Week is May 22nd through 26th. CSEA has designated a different color for each of those days, and each of those days represents something different for them. So go back to the email this video was attached to. You'll see a picture of the schedule for all the different colors for the different days. We really want to see our members out there supporting our CSEA brothers and sisters. Those folks, without them, we wouldn't have schools. We would never be able to function on a day-to-day basis. And so every single person is important when it comes to educating the students of the Santa Maria Valley. And we want to make sure that we show our CSEA appreciation for our CSEA brothers and sisters. Again, go back to the email this video was attached to, and you'll see a color-coded calendar of what each day's color is. Now, if you're feeling up to it, we'd really love to see pictures of all of our members in their CSEA colors every day of that week. So take pictures of yourself, pictures of groups, take pictures of your entire staff in your CSEA colors, and go ahead and post that to our CSEA Facebook page or other social media, or send it directly to Jose Rodriguez, and he will post that up for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Sick days, personal necessity days, and discretionary days. This comes up all the time. And so I wanted to give a quick tutorial about how these days are related and how they are used. Basically, we get one type of day, and that's sick day. We get 10 of those each year. Those 10 sick days, if we don't use them all, they roll over year to year. So they accumulate throughout the length of your career. The next category we have is personal necessity. We get 7 personal necessity days each year. Now, these are not in addition to our 10 sick days. These are part of our 10 sick days. I can use up to 7 of my sick days as personal necessity days. Personal necessity days cannot be denied as long as the reason why you need them matches one of the many categories in our contract related to personal necessity. If you go back to the email this video is attached to, you'll see identified the actual section of the contract that includes language about personal necessity. You can go into that and look at all the different categories that are identified through personal necessity. Now, the next category of leave is discretionary. Discretionary days are a subset of personal necessity. They are not in addition to personal necessity. They are not in addition to your regular sick days. So we have sick days, 10 a year. They accumulate from year to year. Then we have personal necessity days, up to 7 of those in a given year. Those come from your sick days. And then your discretionary days, up to 4 of those every 2 years. And those are part of our personal necessity days. So, for example, if I use 2 discretionary days this year, then that means I can use no more than 5 personal necessity days the same year, collectively no more than 7. So, discretionary days can also not be denied except for one specific set of circumstance. So once you go back to the email this video was attached to, and you'll see a descriptor of all the different sections of the contract that define how discretionary days are used, and that way you have a good idea that if you are using them correctly. Again, discretionary day is about us using our discretion when we need them. We just can't use that time to do things like, withhold work from our employer, right? We can't use that to take time off to go work someplace else and earn money. So there's things we cannot do when we take that time. But the reality is we can't use any of our leave time to do those types of things. So again, sick days, personal necessity days, and discretionary, they're all related. Sick days are the only ones that roll over from year to year to year throughout your career. Personal necessity, up to 7 in 1 year. Discretionary days, up to 4 every 2 years. And your discretionary days are part of your personal necessity allotment. All right. Okay, everybody. That's all I got for you today. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. It's great to see you all. Have a fabulous weekend. Again, do things this weekend that bring you joy, whatever that happens to be for you. Should be a nice weekend. So get out there and enjoy it, and we'll see you all soon.